guys, welcome back to the beginner guitar lesson series. In this video we are looking at what I like to call breaking a chord apart. Basically it's putting strumming and arpeggios together to create a strum pattern. So it's not strictly strumming and it's not strictly arpeggios. Arpeggios are just playing single notes of a chord. So if I were to hold a C major chord and just play individual strings, something like that, it could be anything, but I'm only playing single notes there. That's arpeggiating or arpeggios. So not an official term, breaking the chord apart, but we're putting together arpeggios and strumming, and we're going to be playing off of a strum pattern that we did in an earlier video, which was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and or down, down, up, down, up. We're going to be using a very similar rhythm, but incorporating some individual notes from the chord. So our hand, left hand is not doing anything different, right? We're just going to be sitting on the chord, but the pick is going to be doing a little bit more work, going to find individual strings. And so we get some of the low end, some of the middle end, some of the high end of the chords, hence breaking the chord apart and not just always hearing all 5 strings, all 4 strings, all 6 strings, depending on what chord you're playing, okay? So easy concept to understand, but you know, maybe it's a different story in terms of putting it together. Just take your time, like we say with, you know, like we've done with everything else, just be patient. But just to give you some context here, so very similar rhythm to one of our initial strum patterns. So I'll just demonstrate this first with a C major chord, certainly a chord that we are familiar with by now. So I'm going to pick string 5 of my C major chord, string 3 of my C major chord, string 4 of my C major chord, and then up, up, down, up. And I'm just kind of focusing on those thinner strings when I'm strumming. Again, that's string 5, 3, 4, up strum, and then up, down, up. Now those individual notes that I'm picking string 5 down, I'm picking string 3 up, and I'm picking string 4 down. So down, up, down, up, up, down, up. Count with that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so the chords are going to be C major, E minor, A minor, and G major. And I'm going to use this fingering for G major, one that you definitely want to get comfortable with. Lots of different fingerings for G. This one is great for getting in and out of, you'll see it between C and G a lot, but it's just an easier fingering to get into. It's just a matter of getting comfortable with the separation of fingers 3 and 4 across the whole neck of the guitar. You just don't want to exert too much effort or force. You know, the more you use the weaker fingers, obviously the stronger they get, but you know, you don't want to find yourself overexerting and kind of pulling your fingers down or letting those knuckles kind of buckle on you and losing control. So just light pressure and keeping a nice compact shape around the neck, and just landing accurately on your strings, right? Just do it at the risk of not getting the notes to sound. You know, if you're getting some buzzing or even if the strings are muted, I always tell my students it's better if the string doesn't ring out versus like putting excessive pressure and potentially causing yourself injury, right? You'll figure out how to find that optimal pressure, but it's not worth it to go, you know, 500% past what you need because you're just going to end up hurting yourself, and obviously we want to avoid that. All right, so again, C major, E minor, A minor, and G major with this new fingering, finger 3, finger 2, finger 4. Okay, definitely one to get comfortable with. And this is secondary, so if you want to throw that in later because you like this fingering and you're still getting used to that, totally fine. Don't feel obligated. Something to test out though. So for C major and A minor, our patterns are going to be the same. They're 5-string chords, so it's going to be string 5, string 3, string 4, up, up, down, up. A minor, same thing. String 5, pick down, string 3, pick up, string 4, pick down, up, up, down, up. Now for E minor and G major, they are 6-string chords. So basically all we're going to do is shift our little arpeggio picking pattern down to strings 6, 5, and 4 instead of 5, 4, and 3. So E minor, down on string 6, up on string 4, down on string 5, strum up, up, down, up, and then same thing for our G major chord. Pick down on string 6, pick up on string 4, pick down on string 5, up, up, down, up. All right, so the order will be C major, E minor, A minor, G major. So I'm mixing it up intentionally to have a 5-string chord be followed by a 6-string chord, to be followed by a 5-string chord, to be followed by a 6-string chord. So we're constantly having to think about where that pick is going, and it's not staying in one position. If that's too difficult, then just break it down to be smaller. You could do just C major to A minor, or just G major to E minor, or some combination there. You don't have to do all of it. You can change these chords up. They're all going to sound good together. But make it fit, whatever you're comfortable with. You don't want to be doing too much too soon. So get comfortable with the pattern. Hopefully you're feeling good with the chords by now, and then you can just kind of lean into it little by little. All right, here we go. C major, E minor, A minor, G major. Okay, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and E minor, A minor, and G, and quicker. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and even quicker than that. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and there you go, guys. As always, do this stuff counting out loud. Do it with a metronome. That's going to be the best way to incrementally step up your speed, your accuracy, your comfort level with everything that you're managing. But on the flip side of that, you can also, if you're picking it up pretty quickly, try to access that creativity. Come up with a different arpeggio, come up with a different strum pattern or rhythm, use different chords. You know, these lessons definitely have that in mind, where you're not just relying on learning songs, which is great, and I highly recommend that, but also just kind of being able to noodle around on the guitar and make things up with some concepts that are commonly used. That's one thing that I hear my students say quite a bit, that they just want to be able to kind of noodle and play around and come up with stuff on their own, and there's no better way to do it than just doing it, right? So we're taking one concept at a time in each video, maybe learning a new chord here and there, but doing a lot of different things with a little, right? We're not changing too much. And then as you continue to play, these concepts are going to start to blend together. You're going to be playing more difficult tunes, yada yada. So anyways, have fun with it, guys. See you in the next video. Thanks.